After the age of 50, many people begin to notice that their bodies no longer respond the way they used to. The legs feel weaker. Balance becomes easier to lose. And very simple activities like standing up, climbing stairs, or walking for a long time start to feel more difficult. If there were a movement that requires no machines, no weights, and puts no pressure on the joints, yet helps improve leg strength, body stability, and balance control, that would be something worth paying attention to. That movement is called the horse stance. At first glance, it looks simple, just standing still. But when practiced correctly, it directly targets the most important parts of the body as we grow older. In this video, I will share why the horse stance is effective and how you can begin practicing it safely at home. And we will start with the most important foundation, your legs, and the role they play in helping you stay independent later in life. Part 1. Leg strength. The foundation of independence after 50. After 50, leg strength is no longer about fitness. It determines how easily you stand up, how steady you walk, and how independent you remain in daily life. The horse stance works the entire lower body at once, thighs, glutes, and calves, through steady, controlled tension. No fast movements, no jumping, just strength built without stressing the joints. This is exactly what an aging body needs. Not harder training, but smarter training. As the legs grow stronger, stability improves. Walking feels more confident. Standing up and turning feels safer. Even slippery surfaces become less intimidating. Many people notice they no longer need to push off with their hands to stand. Walking feels less tiring, and the sense of weak legs gradually fades. This comes from restoring basic strength, not intense exercise. Strong legs don't just help you move better, they help you stay independent. But leg strength alone isn't enough. True stability also depends on what supports the body from the inside, the core. In the next section, we'll talk about the core, not for looks, but for protecting the spine and keeping the body steady every day. Part 2. The core, the stability system after 50. After 50, the core is no longer about looks. It's what keeps you upright, protects your spine, and stabilizes every movement you make. When you hold the horse stance, the body must stay balanced without leaning or using momentum. This forces the deep core muscles, abdomen, sides, and lower back to work continuously to keep the body aligned. There are no sit-ups, no planks, no strain on the neck or shoulders. The core is trained for its real job, keeping the body steady while still. As the core gets stronger, pressure on the lower back decreases. Standing longer, getting out of bed, turning, or bending down all feel easier and less tiring. This is strength that supports you all day, not just during exercise. More importantly, the horse stance builds core endurance, not just short bursts of strength. That's critical after 50, when fast, forceful exercises carry more risk than benefit. A strong core is like the main support beam of a house. When it's stable, everything else works better. That's why many people notice less back discomfort, better posture, and more energy in daily life. But stability isn't just about muscle strength. It also depends on how well your body senses and controls itself in space. In the next section, we'll talk about balance and body awareness and why they play a key role in preventing falls and moving with confidence after 50. Part 3. Balance and body awareness. The quiet safety system after 50. One of the easiest changes to miss as we age is the gradual loss of balance. It doesn't happen all at once. It shows up in small moments, a slight stumble, a brief wobble when turning, or reaching for support without thinking. This is not always because the body is weaker. It often comes from reduced body awareness, the brain's ability to sense where your body is, how your weight is distributed, and how to adjust to stay upright. When holding the horse stance, the body constantly makes small adjustments from the feet up through the legs, hips, and torso. Even though you appear still, the nervous system is actively working to keep you aligned. This helps reawaken balance awareness that fades with age. The brain learns to respond faster and more accurately to small shifts in weight, improving stability in everyday situations. As balance improves, walking feels more confident. Uneven ground, slippery floors, and low-light conditions become less intimidating. This matters because most falls happen during normal daily activities, not intense movement. The horse stance trains balance safely. No standing on one leg, no equipment, just your body, your breath, and focus. As balance returns, so does a sense of control. And with control comes confidence in movement. But balance is only part of the picture. There's another key factor that affects circulation, vitality, and daily comfort, especially in the lower center of the body. In the next section, we'll talk about the pelvic region and circulation and why it matters more after 50 than most people realize. Part 4. The pelvic region and circulation, a hidden factor after 50. After 50, most people focus on the legs, back, or knees. But one critical area is often overlooked, the pelvic region and its deep muscles. This area supports the body, coordinates movement, and plays a key role in lower body circulation. When it becomes stiff or inactive, blood flow slows, muscles weaken, and several body functions are affected over time. The horse stance directly activates the deep muscles around the hips and pelvis. As you hold the position, these muscles work continuously to keep you stable, naturally improving circulation in the lower body. For men, better circulation can support sexual function and vitality. For women, pelvic activation supports stability, bladder control, and confidence in daily movement. This isn't about appearance, it's about quality of life. The key is that the horse stance works gradually and safely. No sudden pressure, no intense strain. Just steady activation that the body can adapt to, especially after 50. When combined with slow, steady breathing, this posture also helps reduce stress, support hormonal balance, and improve sleep. Many people notice they feel more comfortable and balanced, even if the changes are subtle. These benefits come from activating the right areas in the right way. No equipment, no medication, just consistent practice. But the effects don't stop with the body. Holding this posture long enough also challenges something deeper, the mind. In the next section, we'll explore how the horse stance builds mental resilience and inner stability, an ability that becomes increasingly important after 50. Part 5. Mental stability and endurance, the hidden foundation after 50. Most exercises focus on movement. The horse stance challenges something different, the ability to stay steady when nothing is moving. As you hold the position, the body signals fatigue. Legs may shake, breathing shifts, the mind starts to wander. This is normal. Instead of stopping, you learn to notice these signals, regulate your breath, and stay within safe limits. This trains endurance with control, not forcing, not pushing, but staying calm under mild discomfort. Over time, the brain learns that discomfort is not danger. The body adapts better when it doesn't panic. This skill becomes especially important after 50, when life brings more physical and emotional changes. With steady breathing and gentle focus, the horse stance helps reduce long-term stress. The body moves from tension toward balance. Many people notice deeper sleep, steadier mood, and less reaction to daily worries. This inner stability doesn't come from complex routines. It comes from repeating one simple action consistently. But mental stability alone isn't enough. To support it long-term, the body also needs strong, healthy joints and safe movement. In the next section, we'll look at how the horse stance strengthens the knees, hips, and ankles without wear, impact, or overload, which becomes crucial as we age. Part 6. Healthy joints and safe movement. Strength without wear. As we age, joints are often the first to complain. Knees feel sensitive, hips stiffen, and ankles lose stability. This makes many people afraid to move, worrying they might make things worse. The problem isn't aging itself. It's that many exercises rely on impact and repeated force, which place unnecessary stress on joints over time. The horse stance works differently. Instead of constant motion, it uses steady, controlled loading. The knees, hips, and ankles stay aligned while tendons and ligaments gradually adapt and become stronger. This type of training, called isometric loading, lets the joints work without friction or impact. For people over 50, this means strength gains without overload. With regular practice, joints often feel less stiff when standing up, knees feel more secure, and walking becomes steadier. These changes may be slow, but they last because they come from strengthening internal support, not quick fixes. The horse stance also teaches the body how to distribute weight evenly. When force is shared across the whole system, joints are less likely to take uneven stress, reducing the risk of injury in daily life. Healthy joints don't mean zero discomfort. They mean joints that can handle stress and recover well. But smooth movement needs more than strong joints alone. Another key factor is often overlooked: hip flexibility. In the next section, we'll look at how the horse stance improves hip mobility and why that matters for walking, posture, and everyday comfort after 50. Part 7. Hip flexibility, the key to natural movement after 50. The hips connect the upper and lower body. Every step, bend, turn, and sit depends on them. When hip flexibility is lost, the body compensates, often leading to back pain, knee tension, and stiff movement. After 50, the hips commonly become stiff due to limited movement, prolonged sitting, and avoiding hip-opening positions. This change happens gradually and is often noticed only when everyday actions, like tying shoes or standing up, feel harder. The horse stance addresses this safely. By lowering the center of gravity and holding the position, the hips open within a controlled range. Muscles and connective tissues lengthen gently, without forcing or strain. Here, flexibility doesn't come from fast stretching, but from steady tension held over time. This allows the body to adapt naturally without triggering protective tightening. As hip mobility improves, walking feels smoother and more efficient. Pressure on the lower back and knees decreases, steps feel lighter, and morning stiffness fades. Better hip flexibility also improves posture. When the hips move freely, the spine can maintain its natural alignment, making both standing and sitting more comfortable. You don't need to go low to benefit. Even a shallow stance, practiced consistently with proper alignment, leads to change over time. Consistency matters more than depth. As the hips begin to move smoothly again, the body feels more responsive. And when movement becomes coordinated, other internal systems start to respond positively as well. In the next section, we'll shift to something less mechanical, but just as important: how proper activation affects energy, hormones, and overall daily vitality after 50. Part 8. Energy and hormonal balance. Activating the body the right way after 50. After 50, energy often becomes less stable. Some days you feel tired without doing much, mood drops more easily, and motivation declines. This isn't just aging, it's closely linked to hormonal changes. When you hold the horse stance, the body enters controlled loading. This is moderate stimulation, not intense, but enough to signal the nervous and hormonal systems that the body is still active and adapting. As breathing slows and large muscle groups work together, the nervous system shifts toward balance. Stress hormones decrease, while hormones linked to vitality and positive mood function more effectively. With consistent practice, many people feel more alert during the day, less strained in the afternoon, and sleep more deeply at night. This isn't a quick energy spike. It's a gradual stabilization of daily energy levels. The key is that the horse stance doesn't force energy. It helps the body regulate itself naturally. After 50, this kind of balance matters more than short-lived intensity. When energy evens out and the mind relaxes, the body moves better, thinking becomes clearer, and daily life feels more manageable. But for these changes to last, the body must work as one coordinated system, not separate parts. In the next section, we'll see how the horse stance activates nearly the entire body at once, even while standing still, and why that makes it especially effective after 50. Part 9. Full body activation in stillness, the hidden power of standing still. From the outside, the horse stance looks simple. No movement, no changing positions, no complex actions. But while you're standing still, nearly the entire body is working. The legs support your weight. The core keeps you upright. The back and shoulders maintain posture. Even the arms and hands assist indirectly with balance. This is full body activation in stillness. Muscles don't work separately. They work together as one system, similar to how the body functions in real life when standing, carrying things, or balancing on uneven ground. For people over 50, this kind of training is especially effective. It improves coordination between the brain and the body, helping you adjust posture and stay steady when needed. Another key benefit is joint protection. Because the load is shared across the whole body, no single joint is overworked. This makes movement safer and more sustainable over time. Many people notice their movements feel smoother and more natural. The body feels more connected, and less effort is needed to move well. What makes this powerful is its simplicity. No steps, no constant motion, just one posture that's easy to maintain long term. When your body can act as a full gym, the question isn't about equipment, It's about consistency. And that's why many people see the horse stance as a compact gym, always available within their own body. In the next section, we'll look at why this posture is so practical in daily life and how it can become a long-term habit without a gym or equipment. Part 10. The body as a mobile gym. A simple solution after 50. After 50, most people don't lack motivation. They lack a routine they can actually stick with. Crowded gyms, complex equipment, noise, and injury risk turn exercise into a burden. The horse stance solves this in a simple way. No equipment, no large space, no fixed schedule. You can practice at home, in your bedroom, on the patio, anywhere you can stand still for a few minutes. The power of this posture is simplicity. When exercise is complicated, people quit. When it's simple, consistency becomes possible. With just a short time each day, the body still gets the movement signal it needs. And consistency matters far more than intensity. Instead of training hard for a few days and stopping, the horse stance creates a steady rhythm. Daily activation is what leads to lasting change. Another advantage is how easy it is to start. No changing clothes, no planning, no travel. When the barrier is low, action happens more often. Many people realize that when their body becomes their gym, they're no longer limited by time, location, or schedule. But for real results, the posture must be done correctly and within safe limits. In the next section, we'll walk through how to perform the horse stance safely and simply, especially for beginners and people over 50 who are just getting started. Guide: How to perform the horse stance safely after 50. The key to benefiting from the horse stance is not holding it for a long time, but maintaining proper alignment and staying within safe limits. Start by standing upright in a comfortable position. Step your feet out slightly wider than shoulder width. Turn the toes slightly outward to feel stable and balanced. Slowly lower your hips as if sitting on an invisible chair. You don't need to go low. Lower only to a level where you feel in control and have no pain in the knees or hips. Keep your back straight, chest open, shoulders relaxed, and eyes looking forward. Let the knees follow the direction of the toes. Distribute your weight evenly through both feet. Focus on your breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale slowly. Calm breathing helps you stay steady and reduces tension. If you're new, hold the stance for 20 to 30 seconds. As you adapt, increase to 1 minute, then up to 2 minutes if comfortable. There's no rush. Quality matters more than time. Stop immediately if you feel sharp pain, dizziness, or lose balance. The stance should create muscle effort, not pain. You don't need a deep stance to see results. A shallow position, done correctly and consistently, is enough. And remember, every body is different. Knowing your limits is just as important as practicing regularly. In the next section, we'll talk about who should be cautious or avoid the horse stance, and why listening to your body matters most. Safety notes: when to be cautious with the horse stance. The horse stance is generally safe and gentle, but it isn't right for everyone, especially after 50. Knowing your limits helps prevent unnecessary risk. Avoid or pause this exercise if you've recently had surgery on the knees, hips, or lower back, or if you're dealing with acute joint inflammation, swelling, or sharp pain. In these cases, holding static tension can add stress to injured areas. Be cautious if you have uncontrolled blood pressure, serious heart conditions, frequent dizziness, or balance problems. Holding a static posture can affect circulation, so medical guidance is recommended before starting. If you have chronic knee or lower back pain, you may still practice, but with adjustments. Stay higher, hold for shorter periods, and always choose safety over duration. The horse stance should never cause sharp pain. Mild muscle tension is normal, but sharp pain, numbness, or lingering discomfort means you should stop and adjust. Practice on a flat surface with good lighting. Keep a chair or wall nearby for support, especially if you're new. Safety does not reduce results. When the body feels safe, it adapts better and improves more consistently. Listening to your body is essential, especially as we age. And once you understand how to practice safely, the question is no longer whether to try it, but why such a simple movement can create real change. In the final section, we'll look at the deeper meaning of the horse stance and why purposeful stillness becomes a powerful form of strength in the second half of life. Conclusion: the power of stillness. moving forward by standing still after 50. In a world that pushes us to do more and move faster, the horse stance offers a different path. No rushing, no pressure, just standing still with purpose. After 50, the body doesn't need extreme challenges. It needs strength, stability, and control that last. The horse stance delivers this through simplicity and consistency. With just a few minutes a day, you can support leg strength, balance, posture, and smoother movement, without equipment, without a gym, and without leaving home. And you're not competing with anyone, except yourself from yesterday. But the real value goes beyond the body. Each time you hold the stance, you remind yourself that you can still adapt, still improve, and still invest in your future. Real change comes from small actions repeated over time. The horse stance is one of them. If you're looking for a simple start, try 30 seconds today. No perfection needed. Just listen to your body and feel stability return. And if you've practiced before or start after this video, share your experience. Your story may help someone else stand a little stronger. Because sometimes moving forward doesn't require a step. It simply requires standing steady every day.